Barkley. Kevin Johnson. Marley. Barkley, first shot of the game. Barkley.
Number 34, Charles Barkley.
Owens Weber. Weber. Tied at 2. KJ. Sprewell guarding Kevin Johnson. Marley. Mullen guarding Marley. Golden State ball. Houston into Billy Owens. Sprewell for 3. A 3 for Latrell Sprewell. Golden State leads it 5-2. Marley all the way. No. Rebound Mullen. A 4-on-2 behind the back to Houston. (7-2) Golden State. Barkley has scored all 4 Phoenix points. Mullen to Weber. It's 9-4 Golden State. Barkley again, a whistle. No basket.
Number 21, Byron Houston, first personal.
Houston called for his first foul. Marley will inbound it for Phoenix. Back to Barkley. Fadeaway jumper off the glass over Houston. Barkley has all 6 Phoenix points. 9-6.
Looks like that quarter he wants to dominate, huh?
Yeah. Gonna go right. There's a steal by Charles. Barkley trying to beat Owens down the court, and he got fouled.
Looks like Charles wants to play.
Second team foul called against
Billy Owens.
Golden State.
Are we coming here right after, as soon as this game's over, they got work they have to do?
Number 34, Charles Barkley to the line. 2 shots.
Barkley at the line. He's averaging 28 points a game in this series. He has scored all 6 points for Phoenix.
No way. New Jersey wins by 1.
All 8 points for Phoenix scored by Charles Barkley. Sprewell got away from Kevin Johnson. He's hit for 5 in his first quarter. 11-8 Golden State. The double team on Kevin Johnson, and a foul will be called here on Chris Webber. His first, team's third.
Number 4, Chris Webber. First personal, 13.
Some water. Water. Owens.
Yeah, great. Great.
Rebound Weber. after the miss by Ceballos. Weber, Billy Owens. Hi, everybody. Pete Van Weer and Doug Collins welcoming you to the Oakland Coliseum Arena, where in the early going, the Golden State Warriors in a survival mode tonight, leading the Phoenix Suns 13-8 with 8:26 to go in this opening quarter.
It's not a very popular call with Paul Westphal. They're going to call it on Mark West. A little elbow foul here, Pete. Looked like he got fouled, but he threw his elbow out there at the moment, at the last moment to get the foul. But Barkley off to a great start here with 8 points. He has all
8 Phoenix points.
Yes.
Sprewell's been shooting well. He's taken 3 shots and hit all 3 of them. One of them a three-pointer. He has 7, 15-8. With Golden State leading.
I'm sorry, Pete, which is a great sign right now for the Golden State Warriors, because he had really struggled. 16 of 44 in the first 2 games.
And this time he's going to be called from a foul from behind, his first. Here's some of the early baskets that you missed while you were still watching New Jersey, New York.
Well, you see the great behind-the-back pass by Chris Webber to Byron Houston, and then Barkley down on the block. Remember, he has 8 quick points here, so he's looking to get out and dominate this first quarter. No double team, allowing Byron Houston to play him one-on-one. You see it here also live, one-on-one, no double teams.
And Barkley winning that battle right now. He has scored all 10 Phoenix points. 15-10, Golden State by 5. Sprewell dishing off underneath to Houston. No whistle. And the ball belongs to Phoenix. And the crowd here in Oakland very upset. Kevin Johnson has had a great series the first 2 games. Phoenix winning those first 2. KJ 38 points in the second game of that series. Took 31 shots.
That was also a club record. He passed Paul Westphal with his 31 shot attempts. But KJ, they're going to have to do something tonight. He's really hurt them with a high screen roll. You're seeing early Weber stopping and double teaming him before the play develops, trying to get him to give the basketball up. But he and Barkley have averaged 59 points and over 15 assists between them in the first 2 games.
And the whole game plan for Phoenix in this first quarter, give it to Charles and let him work on Houston, and he is doing just that. He has all 12 Phoenix points.
I think he's also 5 for 5 and 2 for 2, so he's not missed a shot.
Chris Webber in and out. And the rebound lost by Barkley, pulled away now by Owens, tipped away by KJ, and as Ceballos and Billy Owens battle for it, we get a whistle and a foul call.
I think it's going to be very interesting tonight. When I talked to a lot of the Phoenix players before the game, they said, you know what, we watched the Denver-Seattle game the other night, and we realized that it's going to be very important for us to come out tonight and get off to a great start. We saw what happened the other night when Denver jumped all over Seattle. It's important for us tonight to sort of take this emotional surge and have a good first quarter. And Pete, they've really done a pretty good job of that right now. Ceballos makes these 2 free throws. It's only a 1-point game.
Ceballos, who averaged 19 points a game during the regular season, has scored only 11 points a game in this series, but there's a reason for that. When they double team Charles, that frees up Ceballos, and he gets a lot of points that way. They're not doubling him.
Absolutely right. And you know what? It's interesting with Charles. I think that Charles is going to have the capability in this year's playoffs to maybe dominate 2 quarters. He cannot dominate for 4. So it'll be interesting to see as the game wears on his energy level, and then who will pick up the slack when he becomes a passer.
15-14, double team on Sprewell. He finds Chris Webber behind the back pass underneath, and a whistle and a foul in the basket. Byron Houston has 4 and a chance for a 3-point play here. 17-14, Golden State leading. Timeout with 6:56 to go in the first. Houston with 5 points in this first quarter. It's 18-14 Golden State. AC Green is checked in, replacing Mark West, who picked up his second foul. So the 5 on the floor now for Phoenix are Kevin Johnson, Marley, AC Green, Ceballos, and Barkley. Mullen, Weber, Sprewell, Houston, and Owens for Golden State. And they are really going to try to stop Kevin Johnson tonight, but not that way. That won't work.
Well, you don't want to foul a jump shooter, specifically when the clock is winding down. And that'll be Byron Houston's second foul. So what you have to do now, if you're Don Nelson, you'll probably come in with Chris Gatling, who's an excellent shot blocker. Then we'll have to wait to see if that moves Chris Webber now over to Barkley, or if they'll put Gatling on Barkley.
Don Nelson admitted to us this morning they really don't have a single guy on their team that can stop Kevin Johnson single-handedly.
No, you've got to make a commitment. You say, okay, if we trap Kevin Johnson, that frees up three-point shooting. If we double Charles Barkley, that frees up offensive rebounding. So it's which poison do you want to accept? And what you have to hope is that if you force them to shoot some three-point shots, that they will be cold tonight, and that has not been the case in this series. They've had timely three-point shooting, but between Marley and Ainge.
Sprewell inside underneath the pass to Billy Owens, and Billy Owens is hit for 4.
Billy Owens.
2016 Golden State.
You see what Chris Webber's doing? He's trapping KJ at half court. KJ's going to have to realize that and pull his dribble back. He had his head down, and Webber just coming out to meet him at half court. Watch this now from our end zone picture here. See, here's Webber just waiting on the double team. KJ's got to pull that dribble back. He can't pick it up.
Back to live action. Marley in the front court. 10 left in the shot clock. Closing in on the 6-minute mark in this opening quarter.
See, no double
working
team.
on Chris Gatling now. The jumper over Gatling. I tell you what, Charles Barkley is about as hot as he can be in this first quarter. He's in for 14 of the 18 Phoenix points. Golden State by 2. Nice move by Chris Webber. Gets him his 6th point.
Chris Webber
22-18.
is such an improved offensive player. Now he's got some moves going to the basket, some jump hooks.
That time, nobody stopped Kevin Johnson. He went all the way to the hole, got the basket, drew the foul. You've got the 2 highest scoring teams in the NBA in this series, so expect this one to be up and down. 3rd foul call against Billy Owens. He's in trouble.
Well, that really hurts him now. You've got Byron Houston with 2. You've got Billy Owens with 3.
Number 7, Kevin Johnson.
You got to keep KJ in front of you. I know that's easier said than done, but it's almost like you tell your player, I want you to always see his face, because if you see his face, he's in front of you. You start seeing the back of his head, we got trouble, and that time KJ got into the lane.
It's a 1-point lead for Golden State. 5.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Avery Johnson, who has not played much in the first 2 games, getting ready to check in now for Golden State. Latrell Sprewell off the glass. He's hit for 9 in this opening quarter.
Well, they posted him that time. No double team till late, and Sprewell at 6'7" will rise right over KJ.
Golden State by 3. The feed to Ceballos along the baseline. Couldn't get that one to fall. Offensive board by A.C. Green. Stripped by Sprewell. Warriors on the run. Sprewell back to Chris Mullen. Mullen to Sprewell. Inside Billy Owens. Owens around A.C. Green. No. Gatling the offensive board and the putback. Chris Gatling gets his first 2. 5-point lead for the Warriors.
Golden State is really aggressive tonight. Really strong to the ball.
Outside jumper nailed by Ceballos. He has 4. 26-23.
Don't blink or take a breath, Pete. This is back and forth.
Mullen trying to give it back inside to Gatling. Almost didn't see it coming. Sprewell, a lot of time to look at the basket for that 3. His second 3, and he's in for 12. 29-23 Warriors.
Has he missed a shot tonight?
5 for 5.
Now remember, he was 16 for 44 going into the game tonight.
Barkley's going to try to answer with a 3 of his own. Has he missed a shot tonight?
No, he is not. He's what, 7 for 7 now? Wow. This is Auburn and Alabama.
17 points for Barkley. 29-26. Gatling inside. Deep rebound by KJ off to Marley. Trying to beat Mullen. The put back by Barkley. Don Nelson wants an offensive interference call there. He's not going to get it. 29-28.
Goodness. Barkley with 17 points, and we played just barely over 8 minutes in this first period.
Make it 19, counting those 2.
19. So he had 18 and 11 in game 1. He already has 19 here tonight.
3:40 still left in this opening quarter. Webber will get a trip to the free throw line. Barkley will be charged with a foul.
Latrell Sprewell lining it up from 3, and on the season he did a nice job from the 3-point line. And here's Charles lining one up also too. So back-to-back 3s by 2 of the star players in tonight's ball game. But on the season, Sprewell made 141 out of 391 threes. The 141 was the 4th amount of makes this year by a player. Marley had 192, which was the first in the league, and set a record.
Timeout has been used here by Golden State. Well, they tend to. Chris Gatling and a little cut on his chin, so Byron Houston comes back in, and Avery Johnson is checked in. We'll see if he's able to do anything with Kevin Johnson. He says he can, but he hasn't had much chance to prove it in this series thus far.
Well, right at Chris Webber again. Illegal defense, yes.
Illegal defense violation.
First set call. Paul Westphal, who led his team to a 56-26 regular season record, but they didn't have a whole lot of success on the road. 20-21 away from Phoenix. Another three by Sprewell. He has 3 threes, 3 twos, 15 points, 32-28.
Nothing like getting home to cure your shooting ills, right, Pete?
Wow. But now Byron Houston has picked up his third. And that is always a problem with Byron Houston. He is so prone to get into foul trouble. And here comes Chris Gatling checking back in to replace him. Or he will at the in-between shots here by A.C. Green. He had a little cut on his chin or lip. And because of the blood, they had to take him out of the game. But he's going to come back in now that he's been tended to. Green's first point of the game. Here comes Gatling in for Houston. So now you've got a combination out there for Don Nelson of Gatling, Webber, Mullen, Sprewell, and Avery Johnson.
A.C. Green has had a terrific first 2 games, averaging over 12 points a game and over 8 rebounds. So he's been very active. In fact, in 2 games, he has 7 offensive rebounds. So he's been dynamite getting second and third shots for Phoenix.
Phoenix 9 for 9 from the free throw line. The Warriors 1 for 1, so nobody's missed from there either.
I think that Avery Johnson being guarded by Sabalas, this is very interesting. They've kept KJ on Sprewell. That's an interesting matchup. I thought they'd slide KJ over to play Avery Johnson. That was not the case.
Let's see if Avery Johnson can stop Kevin Johnson. Not that time. KJ got around him. Puts up the jumper. Short. Rebound. Chris Gatling. Off to Avery Johnson. Good job getting back by Green and Marley. Avery Johnson beats them both. His first 2. It's 34-30, and we still have 2:40 left in the first quarter.
Sort of like that New York-New Jersey game we just watched, wasn't it?
We'll catch them by 2 minutes into the second. Now Barkley works on Gatling. Fall-away jumper over Gatling. This is incredible. 21 points, 21 first-quarter points for Barkley. A steal by Sir Charles. 34-32. A 2-pointer ties it up for Phoenix. A 3-pointer puts him ahead. He still hasn't missed. 24 points for Barkley.
Look at Paul Westphal, the smile on his face. He said, when Charles comes to play, I feel pretty good.
I think Charles came to play tonight. 35-34 Suns. Still 2 minutes to go in the first. Webber. Nobody's missing. Webber has 8. 36-35 Golden State.
Can Phoenix win in a shootout at Golden State, or can Golden State score enough points? I think that's what it's going to come down to. Here goes Charles once again. Another 3. Oh,
unbelievable! 27 points for Charles Barkley. 38-36 Phoenix. Chris Mullen for 3. Forget field goal percentages here. They're just going to make them all. 39-38. The crowd's hollering defense. Forget it, folks. You're not going to see much of that tonight. A.C. Green. Over to Kevin. KJ gets around Webber underneath Sabalos. He puts in 2.
What an offensive show this is.
40-39. A minute to go. Record in a playoff game is by Sleepy Floyd, 29 1/4. And a foul's going to be called here.
Are they going to call a flagrant on that, too, in the ball?
I think so.
Are you kidding?
The call. We've got a timeout with 55.7 seconds remaining. It is a flagrant foul. Cedric Sabalos just walked over to us and said, I love this game. How can you not?
Now, Sprewell's at the line shooting the flagrant foul. 2 shots for him in the ball now, sideline out of bounds. And Mike Mathis said that, I asked him, he said KJ pulled him down from behind. He said right there, he said he just pulled him down.
How would you like to have 16 points in the first quarter like Sprewell does, and you're 11 points off from being the high scorer of the game so far?
No kidding. I mean, this is unbelievable. The shooting.
40-40.
Barkley's 11 for 11 in the first quarter.
27 points. And Even the guys coming out off the bench are hitting their first shot. Jeff Grayer's first effort goes. It's 42-40.
Frankie Johnson out in the ball game for KJ. KJ getting a little rest. Let's see if they go to Barkley once again. High screen roll. See if he steps out and shoots the three.
Remember, Sleepy Floyd holds the record for most points in a playoff quarter with 29. A.C. Green will take this shot. It's short. Rebound Grayer. And now Golden State can play for a final shot. An unbelievable first quarter of action in Game 3 of this best-of-5 series. Golden State needs to win to stay alive. Phoenix trying to advance to the next round. And at this rate, we'll have over 150 points scored by both teams. Loose ball foul is going to be called with 1.6 seconds left.
That's going to be a costly foul in the penalty. So Jeff Grayer with the foul against A.C. Green will allow A.C. now to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. 82 points right now scored in his first quarter, and I guess the playoff record is 91 and a quarter by 2 teams.
As we said, the 2 top scoring teams in the league. This is the kind of shootout you might expect, although not quite this torrent.
Well, you know, I talked to Charles Barkley before the game, and I said it this early, that he feels like he can dominate offensively in a couple quarters. And I'm wondering if Don Nelson is just gambling that he can't keep this up the entire game, and that when he does,
we got to
take a little rest.
We're going to tie a playoff record here. Most points scored by both teams in the first quarter, 84. Philadelphia against San Francisco back in 1967. If Green hits this, we've got an 84-point first quarter, and we do.
Well, history is made, Pete. I knew we'd be part of it if it was made.
Phoenix has not missed a free throw. They've hardly missed a field goal. If that goes. 42-42. What an opening quarter. Doug Collins, Pete Van Wieren, welcoming you back to the Oakland Coliseum Arena. You're not looking at a error on our Chiron machine. It is 42-42. And Charles Barkley has just completed an unbelievable quarter. 11 for 11 from the field, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line, 3 out of 3 from three-point territory, 27 points. And it's 42-42 as quarter number 2 begins.
Number 22, Danny Ainge.
Oliver Miller is checked in for Phoenix. It's Miller, Barkley, Green, Danny Ainge, and Kevin Johnson. Ainge making his first appearance. He had a good outing in Game 2. Grayer, Mullen, Weber, Sprewell, and Avery Johnson for the Warriors.
Well, in Game 2, the score at the end of the first quarter was 25-20. He had 45 points scored. Tonight, 84, and there's Sprewell, the runner. He's back 7 for 7 now.
He's got 18 points. Avery Johnson on KJ.
See, they're going to try to attack Ainge with Sprewell. So that matchup right now, just expect Danny Ainge to get a lot of it coming down the floor. Every time they're going to try to milk that, just like they're going to try to continue to go to Barkley against Grayer.
Ainge looking for Charles, gets it to him. He's got Grayer on him. Can he continue this? His first miss of the night, gets the rebound, puts it back.
Great extra effort there by Charles. So the first shot was just to beat the clock, and then he went after it to get it back. So now 12 of 13.
Tied at 44. Mullen breaks the tie. Chris Mullen's 5th point of the night.
Well, one of the reasons why the Warriors finished so strongly is because Chris Mullen finally got his touch back, got himself back into shape, and has gone through all kind of traumatic experiences this year with the loss of his parents. So playing great basketball right now.
Another miss by Charles Barkley. Gets it back. Another miss. The third time's a charm for Charles. He has 31 points in this game. We've got 10:42 to go in the half, the first half. Grayer had his shot rejected. Barkley down to A.C. Green off the glass for 2. And a chance for a three-point play here for A.C. Green. I tell you what, Charles Barkley is having one of the best halves I've ever seen a player have.
Absolutely. And you know what? Let me tell you something. He understands after last year how many playoff games they had to play. You see him up in the air to A.C. Green, but they were a grueling 5-game series against the Lakers. Then they had a 6-game series, a 7-game series, and a 6-game series. So they played so many playoff games last year. They felt like that was a major, major reason why they couldn't win the championship. And now with Barkley getting up in age with his injuries, Marley logging 44 minutes a game, and with Danny Ainge getting older, right now the window of opportunity closing down a little bit on these Suns. They want to take advantage of it.
Latrell Sprewell gets a trip to the free throw line after committing that last foul. Danny Ainge fouls him this trip. Haynes committing his first.
Again, that's the matchup they're going to go to. Don Nelson said when Ains comes on the floor, we're going to go at him. We're going to try to attack him. And with Sprewell having such a wonderful night, they're going to continue to try to go right at that opportunity. Here's Latrell Sprewell. Before the All-Star break, he was shooting 45%. Since the All-Star break, 41%. In the playoffs, 36%. Tonight, he's rectified that with 7 of 7. But interestingly enough, of his 44 field goal attempts in the first 2 games of this series, 18 of them, or 40% of them, were from 3. Tonight, not living on that 3-point line, looking to get to the basket.
A 1-point game, 49-48 Phoenix. Down it comes to Barkley, working on Grayer.
No double teams again. Charles going to wheel it in the lane.
And the rebound pulled away by Gatling, almost stolen by Barkley. Sprewell's got Grayer open underneath. Long range 3 by Chris Mullin.
That's what I talked about, the shooting of Mullin. He's back now.
51-49, 8 points for Mullin, 9:50 to go in the half.
Well, they're really going to Charles. He's taken 17 shots already in the game.
And he's made 13 of them. 31 points for Barkley. No whistle. He's upset.
He's going to get a technical, too. He's running out of gas. I think Paul Westphal might need to substitute for him.
Mullin and Ains collide, and the foul is going to be called on Ains. For Danny Ains, his second. We get a timeout. 51-49, Golden State. Charles Barkley got a technical foul assessed as that timeout was called.
Converted by number 17, Chris Mullin.
And there's the tee assessed by Billy Oakes. And we're back to live action now, 52-49.
See Latrell Sprewell again still being played by KJ. Now they're going to go with Mullin against Ains. They're going to go to that matchup. So you can see right now that when Danny Ains comes into the ball game, they're going to force him to play defense. I think that's his 3rd foul already.
It is his 3rd. In game 2, he came off the bench, played 31 minutes, scored 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. And Don Nelson admitted this morning that in game 2, Danny Ains really hurt the Warriors with his play.
Well, you try to take one of their weapons away from them, and if you can get Danny Ains out of the ball game, you do that. Now Marley has to come in. And again, here's a guy who's played on the season 3,200 minutes. So he's played over 40 minutes a ball game on the year.
Chris Mullin regaining that shooting touch after that hand injury. 11 points tonight, 54. 49, an 8-0 run for the Golden State Warriors. 9:14 to go in the first half.
Looks like they're going to try to go to KJ now. Maybe give Charles Barkley a little rest. See if KJ starts to try to heat it up.
7, Kevin Johnson.
He has 7. 54-51 Warriors.
Here's what they'll do. They'll go to Charles, let him run up some numbers. As he gets tired, then they'll go to KJ. Look at Mullin with a quick release.
And Chris Mullin has 13 for Golden State. 56-51. A 10-2 run by the Warriors. They have a 5-point lead. Still a lot of time left in the half. 8:44. Warriors doing a much better job on Johnson tonight. There's a steal by Sprewell over to Mullin.
Pull 3.
Mullin for 3. No, too strong with a shot. Rebound pulled away by Kevin Johnson. Lost it right back to Jeff Grayer. Grayer over Miller. 4 points for Grayer. 58-51. And the crowd into it big time now here in Oakland.
This is like Run TMC when they had Mullin, Richmond, and Hardaway. No Richmond, no Hardaway, but it's still Run Warriors tonight.
Marley shaking free from Mullin, goes up over Owens. No whistle, no basket. Offensive board and putback by Dan Marley. His first basket tonight. 58-53 Golden State. Owens a mismatch on KJ. There's the help from Miller. Billy Owens with Green coming at him. I'll tell you what, these teams just are missing tonight. 6 points for Owens, 60-53. Still 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
We're looking at an 80-point half.
Golden State. There's Barkley going back to work. Couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled by Grayer. Grayer's second. And Sir Charles will be at the line. He's already scored 31 points. And there's what Charles and KJ have done for Phoenix in the first 2 games in this series.
Well, that's what I talked about. 59 points, over 15 assists, over 15 and a half rebounds. So these 2 guys have dominated. You throw in Dan Marley, who's averaging over 18 points a game. AC Green at 12 and a half. Cedric Ceballos at 11. They're averaging 114 points a game, which is what they averaged last year during the regular season.
If you're wondering what Charles' all-time high is in a playoff game, it's 44. His all-time high in any kind of an NBA game is 47 during the regular season. He's already got 32 points tonight with 7:22 to go. This may be a record-setting night for Charles Barkley.
Well, unless Charles has a blowout here with a tire or something, he's going to get 50 tonight.
Gatling the rebound. That's the first free throw missed by Phoenix after making 13 straight. 60-54. Golden State by 6. Breyer working on Ceballos. He's back in there in place of Miller. Ceballos pulls away the rebound for the Suns. Off to Marley. Down to Charles Barkley.
Boy, he really wants the basketball. This is the quickest I've seen him change into the floor this year.
And away from the ball.
Timeout, Warriors.
Gatling took a spill.
Following the previous play,
Timeout, Golden State.
Chris Gatling, first personal.
In this first half tonight, Charles Barkley, 32 points. Latrell Sprewell, 20 points for Golden State.
You know, it's really,
Mullen has 13.
excuse me, Peter, it's interesting when you look at the stats. 24 field goals right now for Golden State. They have 18 assists. 19 field goals for Phoenix. They only have 6 assists, so they're doing a good job keeping KJ from penetrating.
The put back by Cedric Ceballos.
Number 23.
He has 8. 4-point lead for Golden State. We're still not halfway through the second quarter.
Sprewell really feels that he wants the basketball now against KJ posting. Let's see if he can get it, see if he can turn baseline.
Well, he didn't get the basket to fall, but he did draw the foul. Kevin Johnson. Call for his second. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Budweiser player of the game. Budweiser will donate $1,000 on his behalf to the United Negro College Fund. Latrell Sprewell at the free throw line. He's 3 out of 4 from the line tonight.
Now, after taking 31 shots the other night, KJ's only attempted 4 tonight, but the reason is that they've basically gone to Barkley in the post almost exclusively in this first half. He has 18 shot attempts, Ceballos 6. 4 for KJ, 5 for Marley, and 3 for AC Green. So you can see right now that he's the primary focus of their attack. Question is, can he keep it up for 48 minutes?
Well, he's going to need a breather sooner or later, I think.
You know, he said the other day his back got a little bit tight on him. I'm wondering if Paul Westphal is going to try to keep him on the floor as much as possible so that once he warms up, that he doesn't go over and maybe stiffen up. There's that high screen roll that they've had problems with.
AC Green trying to get it to Ceballos underneath. Tipped out by Sprewell. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Marley will take it over Gatling, a three-pointer just before the shot clock was about to expire. Mullen the rebound. Latrell Sprewell down to Chris Gatling. Oh, he missed an easy shot.
Now Billy Owens
pulled away by AC Green.
Or Billy Owens almost picked up a foul on that rebound too. Chris Gatling should have dunked that ball.
Marley, the finger roll for 2.
Number 9, Dan Marley.
Marley has 4. 61-58. Golden State by 3. 5:40 to go in the half.
Don Nelson rolling a little dice here. Billy Owens with 3 fouls.
The block shot. KJ comes away with it, going coast to coast and drawing the foul as he got hammered in the paint.
That's the KJ that we saw in Phoenix, really just blowing the ball up the floor. And you know what, Pete? You can't reach on him. When you reach, he'll go right past you. 2 Warriors that time in transition reached in, and you see him go right past him, and then he gets right into the crease and goes to the basket. But here's Barkley with the great block. Remember, this guy's only 6'4". And KJ getting into the lane.
And being fouled by Latrell Sprewell. That's 3 now on Sprewell.
With the foul starting to mount up, this could be a real problem. So we're talking 3 fouls on Houston, 3 on Owens. And Sprewell, does he have 2 or 3?
Sprewell has 3.
Chris Gatling.
Chris Gatling in, or out I should say, as Weber checks back in. And KJ makes them both. 9 points for Kevin Johnson, 61-60 now, a 1-point Golden State lead.
You got 2 guys now with 3 fouls on the floor with almost a half remaining in the second quarter.
Right.
So Billy Owens and Sprewell got to be very careful not to pick up their 4th foul. Sprewell on an offensive foul has to be very careful.
2 bounces off the rim and out for the attempt by Sprewell. AC Green the rebound over to Kevin Johnson.
So now Sprewell's playing KJ. He cannot reach. Look at Charles with another 3.
Not this time. Marley the rebound, the putback. Dan Marley with 6 points all of this quarter. And Phoenix regains the lead, 62-61. The Warriors cooling off just a bit here in the second quarter.
Well, as fatigue starts to set in, you start losing some of the emotion. And then it gets down into execution. I have a sense that Phoenix believes if the pace continues like this, that they'll wear this Golden State team down even at home here in front of their fans.
63-62. Golden State back on top.
Isolation now. Remember, both these guys have 3 fouls guarding KJ in the trap.
Double team on Marley. They get it underneath to Ceballos. That's what happens when they get the double team. That's when Ceballos comes into play.
See, he snakes on that baseline, and now you run a guy down at him out of a double team, and you get AC Green on the offensive board.
They have no set plays that they run for Cedric Ceballos. It's all ad-lib when they get the double team. He just opens himself up along that baseline.
Run the lane and then curl and sneak around on that baseline. You got KJ Hofania and Barkley out of double teams.
Phoenix up by 1. Out of bounds. Last touch by Weber. Under 4 minutes left down the half. Avery Johnson back in. Replacing Billy Owens.
Billy Owens.
Owens sitting down with 8 points, 3 fouls. Sprewell short, Ceballos the rebound.
See, Sprewell's got to be careful right here not to get a foul, a 4th foul on KJ, or run it through the screens. That's
There
a
it
4th
is.
foul.
That's
That was
4.
a frustration play.
That is 4 on Sprewell.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's where youth comes in. He lost his cool in Phoenix the other day. Got a technical foul in a critical part of game 2. So now Sprewell with 4 fouls. That is a serious problem.
15 fouls.
So he's going to have to come out now. And Keith Jennings at just 5'7" will check in.
That's where you've got to back off a little bit. He missed a layup and he was frustrated. He's chasing KJ. And then Barkley's going to step up and set a screen. Smart play by Charles. You see Sprewell's going so quickly and he just lowers his shoulder and runs right through him. That's a good call. And Charles upset. Charles has to be careful now. He already has 1 technical. This is how Ewing got thrown out the other night. Remember, Mike Mathis was on that ball game.
Barkley already with 32 points tonight. He's 3 out of 4 from the free throw line.
What do you think, Pete? What do you think about this early pace? Who does it favor? I mean, with 4 fouls now on Sprewell, Owens with 3.
I think it's a little bit troubling for Golden State to have the foul trouble that they're in right now at this stage of the game.
I agree with you. I mean, 65 points for Phoenix.
And you can play this racehorse game all night, but if you run out of players to play it in that 4th quarter.
And the one thing about Phoenix, you know, they have an arrogance about them, like we can outscore anybody in the league. So if you want to keep coming, we'll match you point for point.
Don Nelson, a guy that tries to make matchup adjustments defensively a lot of the time. Paul Westphal just the opposite. He'll try to make the matchup adjustments offensively.
See, and KJ's been very quiet, so you're waiting for him to explode. But with Barkley going the way he is, just keep going to him. Jeff Grayer can't handle him. Now they're going to post Marley against Avery Johnson. So you just keep going. Where's your poison?
That's right. 8 points for Marley. 68-65. Phoenix by 3. 3:10 to go in the half.
So you got 2 little guards in there, Jennings and Avery Johnson. So one of them's got to guard a much bigger player.
Now to 7 on the shot clock. Avery Johnson into the paint. Stripped by Marley over to Kevin Johnson. Phoenix on the run down to Ceballos. He is one of the best in the league at getting himself free in transition. 10 points for Ceballos. Biggest lead of the night for Phoenix. 70-65. Timeout. 2:47 left. Frank Johnson is back in the game, replacing Kevin Johnson for Phoenix. 2:44 remaining. 70-65 Phoenix. Keith Jennings was on the line. That would have been 2 if it went, but it didn't. Sabalas the rebound.
Very important 2.5 minutes. And I know I say that a lot during the playoffs, but I always feel like the last 3 minutes of a half can really dictate what's going to happen to you. Right now, this is sort of slipping away from Golden State, although they're only down 5.
And there's a steal by Avery Johnson. Off to Mullen for 3. Chris Mullen's 3rd three-pointer of the night.
And he has 3 threes. Sprewell has 3. Barkley has 3.
18 points altogether for Mullen.
And Marley leads the league. I don't think he has any.
Barkley isolated on Gatling.
If Charles is
seconds left on the shot clock.
If he's tired, he shoots a fadeaway jump shot. Otherwise, he posts up.
Comes up short. Rebound Jennings.
When he starts holding the ball and shooting fadeaways, he gets tired.
Jennings comes up short. The offensive board by Chris Webber. And we're going to get an offensive, or I should say a loose ball foul call against Chris Webber. That's his second foul.
Barkley's gone the entire first half. He has not come out.
34 points in this first half for Charles Barkley, 27 of them in the first quarter.
You know what you think about? Think about David Robinson getting 71 the other night, but more importantly, how about when Wilt scored 100 points? I mean, Barkley's 16 points behind his pace.
That 100-point game came in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's when NBA teams used to take their act on the road every once in a while during the year.
When I was in Philadelphia, we used to play a couple games at Hershey, and every time you walked in there, you always got the feeling that you were part of history, being in that locker room where Wilt was, and then going out on the floor and playing reset history.
A.C. Green, after making his first 5 free throws, has missed his last 2. And now Golden State in the position to tie it or take the lead with a 3. Webber on Barkley.
Illegal
D. That's a technical second call against Phoenix.
The minute you cross the midpoint, you must go double the basketball. And what happened? Frankie Johnson started to go. He crossed the midpoint there of the where the illegal defense is called, and then he tried to get back to his man. Frankie Johnson, number 3 now. When the ball goes inside, you'll watch him here. Once he starts to go, that's illegal. Now he tries to get back to his guy. Once you start to go, you must continue on into the double team.
Mullen hitting the free throw to make it 70-69. Webber trying to give the Warriors the lead. Rebound Barkley. He got 7 rebounds.
And see, Charles did a nice job. He kept him out about 3 feet further than his range with that little jump hook.
1:15 left in the half. Phoenix up by 1. They're trying to sweep the Warriors. Barkley, 2 more.
You know, I'm surprised that Don Nelson's not double teaming. Barkley's having such a big game.
36 points. Jeff Grayer with 2 on the other side. He's got 6. 72-71, under a minute to go now.
Are you a little surprised they're not double teaming Charles and trying to cool him down a little bit?
This whole series. I think they're just waiting for him to wear himself out, and may not happen.
With rest between games and all, I don't know. I mean, there's no one can guard him here.
He has 38.
Charles looked at him and said, no one can guard me, and he's right. They got to get it out of his hands.
Chris Webber with his 10 points, 74-73. The record for most points in a half, 39. Sleepy Floyd with Golden State back in '87. So 1 more basket by Barkley, and he's got a record. Coming up at halftime, our Reebok halftime report. We'll take a breather while Ernie in our Atlanta studios has Philadelphia 76ers head coach Fred Carter. Highlights of the Knicks and Nets. They'll preview the Hawks-Miami matchup. That's all on our Reebok halftime report. A.C. Green trapped in the corner. Got rid of it. Sabalas got a 2-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Shot clock down to 10. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock at 4. Shot clock at 2. Mike Johnson almost got that deep three-pointer to go, and a whistle underneath and a foul call against Phoenix.
That's a bad foul on Marley. That'll be in the penalty. So 2 free throws now, very similar to what Jeff Grayer did at the end of the first period. So Golden State, with these 2 free throws, has a chance to go up 75-74 with 1.5 seconds remaining here in this first half.
The most points ever scored in the first half in a playoff game by two teams, 150. San Antonio had an 82-68 lead over Denver April 26, 1983. So if Weber makes these two free throws, they'll be just 1 point shy of that 150-point half back in '83. But he missed the first one.
41, Mark West returns.
We have 1.5 seconds
Number
still left.
Charles is going to get a second and a half rest here in the first half.
I'll tell you what. 38-point half for Charles Barkley. That's already an individual playoff high for him, the most he'd ever scored in a playoff game before 36.
Oh my
Weber
goodness.
missed them both and was way off the mark with the second one.
Now shouldn't that be a violation if it doesn't hit the rim, if it only hits the backboard?
473 Phoenix.
We have had all sorts of superlative numbers we could put up there for you. 74-73 is our halftime score. The Phoenix Suns trying to sweep this series. Sabalas and Barkley. Underneath Chris Webber.
See, now that was too easy. That was way too easy. Phoenix, the one thing about Paul Westphal, I don't want us to get so soft on defense that I realize that when it comes further in the playoffs, you're not going to beat teams like this shooting up about 75 points and a half. So Phoenix getting a little soft defensively.
Suns up again after the Kevin Johnson jumper, giving him 11 points.
So another layup. That's too easy. That's way too easy.
10 for Owens. Golden State by 1.
Goodness gracious. Started out right where we left off. But Pete, you know, on that one point I'm trying to make, you know, the team that advances, you get into a habit of just trying to outscore teams. Eventually the pace is going to slow.
There's a miss by Webber and a rebound by Barkley. He's got 9 boards.
See if Barkley takes a little bit of a rest in this quarter to wait for the fourth period. See if he lets KJ and lets some of these other guys look to try to score.
He got all of a second and a half off in the first half, and he's going right back to work here in the third quarter. He has 40. And Phoenix leads it 80-77. Chris Mullin, top of the circle. Here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Make sure your tray tables are in a locked and upright position.
Here goes KJ on the one-on-one move.
And a foul call.
That's 5 on Sprewell. That's 5.
And big trouble now for Golden State.
That's how important that fourth foul was. And I said, remember at halftime, he's not going to be able to guard KJ. I'm a little shocked that Don Nelson has put him on here to start this third period because KJ is going to go at him. They see this matchup. He's got 4, and he just reaches out and pushes. Sometimes you got to give up 2 and not get your 5th foul.
And Avery Johnson about to check in for Golden State. Sprewell's going to have to spend considerable time on the bench here in the second half, and that could cost Golden State this series.
Now look at KJ averaging 31 points a game in this series. Again, 38, which was his career high in the playoffs. 31 shots, broke Paul Westphal's record for shots attempted in the game.
Phoenix up by 3 early in quarter number 3. Billy Owens again taking it in for another layup. He's got 4 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Suns lead down to 1.
Sabalas got to give him some defense. Now Billy Owens is scoring at will here to start this third quarter.
Down it comes to Charles. Webber on him now. Again, single coverage, Doug.
See if they come get him now. Here's the double team.
Out to Joe Klein. Klein way short with the jumper. Into the hands of Billy Owens. Owens to Chris Webber. Webber trying to get Avery Johnson, and Avery Johnson saves it, but it's stolen by Kevin Johnson. Down to Sabalas. There he is, releasing in transition again, and there's Marley with the follow-up. Marley in double figures now with 10. 3-point lead for Phoenix.
You never take for granted that the ball's going to go in and get a layup. Marley's hustle that time, got his team 2 points with a putback.
Top of the circle, Grayer hits the J.
Hey, I won in this game. I might be able to score tonight. I might be able to get a couple playoff. Add to my.
I notice you're getting a little edgy over here.
I am getting edgy here. My hands are starting to sweat and everything else.
84-83.
It's a shooter's dream here tonight.
Barkley's going to get to the free throw line. He got fouled that time. Third on Webber.
Gets his third personal foul. For your second team foul of the period.
KJ throws ahead to Sabalas, and Grayer's going to come in from behind to distract him. You see him fumble it, but there is Marley running the floor. And again, if you're Dan Marley, you like to get those kind of baskets because normally you're going to shoot a lot of three-point shots, and when you get those baskets, you like to be able to step out there, gives you more confidence to shoot the three.
Barkley 5 out of 6 from the line tonight. And there's a rare miss by Charles Barkley. Tomorrow night, Atlanta, Miami, with the Heat leading that series 2-1. Bob Neal, Goose Gibbons will have it for you. Second game of our doubleheader, San Antonio, Utah. The Jazz with a chance to clinch there. Gary Bender and Dick Versace will have all the action for you right here on TNT.
Joe Klein got his 3 minutes, so he's out of the game now. AC Green is back in, so this is the way they've really played the last part of the regular season. AC Green, Barkley, and Sabalas on the front line, so really a small front line, but against Golden State you can get away with it. Barkley will play Weber. AC Green will play Billy Owens now.
41 points now for Charles Barkley. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Owens off the glass. Everything inside falling for Golden State right now. 14 points for Owens. We are tied.
What's the over and under right now, Pete, with you and I here about how many points tonight?
It's over New Jersey and New York.
There's Barkley again. No block out.
43 for Barkley. 87-85. We've almost caught up with all the points scored in the first game of tonight's twin bill. That went into overtime.
Chris Mullin was out here today and shot for an hour this morning when we were here. It doesn't surprise me he's making these shots.
He has 23. Tied at 87. New Jersey staying alive tonight with a 93-92 overtime victory over the New York Knicks. We have 8:21 to go in the third quarter, tied at 87. Nobody on Kevin Johnson. He nails the open jumper.
I've never seen so many wide open players in a game. Everybody who shoots a shot, there's not even a hand. Look at this, a layup. I mean, it's a layup,
Easy
open
two.
jumper, layup. No one's guarding anybody.
89-89.
And so, at some point in time, there has to be some defense played here tonight.
Avery Johnson trying to cause KJ some problems. Out to AC Green. Green gives it over to KJ. 7 left in the shot clock.
Look, another layup.
Pass underneath for an easy layup for Cedric Sabalas. He has 14.
I told you, I went out there, Pete. Just spot me up. I can still shoot a J from about 15 feet. I don't have to leave my feet.
91-89. 7:35 left in the third. Wide open jumper. Avery Johnson wouldn't go though. AC Green clears for Phoenix. Off to Kevin Johnson, down to Dan Marley. Marley going up over Weber, lost the ball on the way up. Loose ball recovered by Avery Johnson.
It's Mullin for 3. Get it to Mullin. He's hot.
Instead inside to Greer. Jeff Greer with 10, tied again at 91.
We're going to have 100 points scored here at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter.
Stolen by Avery Johnson. He gets it back from Chris Mullin and beats Kevin Johnson. 6 points for Avery Johnson. 93-91 Golden State. Marley around Mullin. Both go down. No whistle. Loose ball. Back to Chris Mullin. To Greer. Another layup. Wouldn't fall for him, but he did get fouled and will go to the free throw line after this timeout. With 6:39 left in the third.
Well, the Warriors lead 93-91 here with 6:39 to go, and let's take a look at some easy baskets. Here's Jeff Greer with a layup, and then we'll go the other way, and KJ will penetrate, and he will find Cedric Sabalas with a layup, and then we'll come back the other way, and Avery Johnson with a layup. So a lot of easy scores here tonight, and it's going to be interesting to see at some point in time who starts guarding somebody. But Golden State at 492 led the league, and Phoenix was 4th, tied with Seattle at 484.
And tonight the Warriors 66%, the Suns 56% in this third quarter. Warriors are 10 of 12, Suns 7 of 11 in the field. Jeff Greer at the free throw line. He was fouled by AC Green just before the timeout. There you can see the field goal percentages. 11 points tonight for Greer. If you're not double figures yet, stick around, you will be.
How about the game this year? Wasn't it Seattle? Seattle scored 150 against the Clippers. I think they had 10 guys in double figures.
Oliver Miller tied up by Chris Webber, gets rid of it to A.C. Green. Green's going to take it in over. Wow. Try to take it in over Jeff Greer. Greer is going to be called for a foul.
Boy, A.C. Green had one thing on his mind. He was going to dunk the basketball to Oliver Miller in the game. An excellent passer.
Oh, they call it on Miller.
That foul's on Jeff Greer, isn't it?
Got to be on Greer.
Yeah, I mean.
His third.
45, A.C. Green.
A.C. Green to the line. He's got 9 points, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. A look at tonight's Chevrolet scoreboard. Only one game. New Jersey stays alive. Overtime victory of the New York Knicks. Chris Morris hitting 2 free throws with 1 second left in overtime to give New Jersey that victory. New York still leads that series 2 games to 1. Game 4 coming up Friday night.
Well, the early line now on the NBA champion has got to be Chicago and Indiana because the last 5 champions have swept their first round. So let's see if Phoenix can get into the pool tonight.
95-91 Golden State. A 3-point effort by Mullen around and out. Rebound battled for out of bounds. It still belongs to the Warriors. What a wild one here at the Oakland Coliseum Arena. It was tied at 42 at the end of the first quarter. Barkley's with 27 first quarter points. Wide open jumper again. Short this time by Greer. Rebound Barkley. He's got 11.
Good screen roll now. KJ. Look, another layup.
Another layup. Oliver Miller. His first 2 of the night.
Looks like they're trying to rotate baseline, trying to force KJ baseline, and the rotation is slow getting there, and then no weak side help. We've seen Sabalas with a layup, Barkley with a dunk, and now another layup by Phoenix. So 3 layups on the little screen roll play where they go baseline.
Inside.
Another
Easy
layup.
shot for Billy Owens. 8 1/4, 16 in the game. 97-93 Golden State. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Charles Barkley.
See if they come double teaming when he starts to get into the lane.
Needs 2 for a playoff career high. Passes off instead to a wide open A.C. Green, and the open shots are not being missed by anybody. 97-95. Avery Johnson.
Tip in by Webber, but in the lane. Everybody's getting in the lane, Pete. I can't, it's amazing.
99-95 Golden State.
There's another jump shot. KJ.
Uncontested. Missed it. Rebound Greer. Golden State's going to be the first to 100 if they score here, and they don't. Rebound Barkley. KJ to A.C. Green. Inside KJ. You know what? They scored that one with 4 guys down court. Barkley's shoe was untied. He stayed back in the backcourt tying his shoe. And Kevin Johnson still able to break loose for a layup. 17 points for KJ. 99-97 Warriors.
I told you had 97 points with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter and you were losing. There's another open shot.
Avery Johnson around and out. A rebound. Sir Charles off to Kevin Johnson. 13 rebounds for Barkley. Dan Marley off the glass. A.C. Green trying to control. Marley came up with it in the corner. Lost it.
Number 22, Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge checks back in. He played briefly in the first half and picked up 3 quick fouls. Charles Barkley, who got all of a second and a half to rest in the first half, getting a little more timeout here in the third quarter.
See, Charles only took 2 shots in that whole quarter, though. Both of them on give-and-go layups, one on a follow-up and one on a pass from KJ. So he really took that quarter off offensively. So look for him to come back in the fourth and try to be rested and ready to dominate once again. They're going to go right at Ainge again as soon as he comes into the game.
By Miller. Kevin Johnson trying to beat Mullen. Mullen stole the ball. A 3-on-1 Warriors break. A.J. feeding Chris Webber. Fouled by Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge going to pick up his 4th foul. So in the first half, Danny Ainge played 3 minutes and got 3 fouls. Now he's played about a minute in this quarter and picked up his 4th. But Danny Ainge has 4 fouls and has not attempted a shot tonight, has not scored.
Second team foul. Assaulting the
Oliver Miller trying to give help, and again he comes over to get the block shot. Now Oliver Miller can do that. He's 8th in the league in shot blocking. Here's KJ, and Mullen just takes a swipe and knocks the ball away.
Chris Webber made the first. He's got 15. He also has 10 assists in this game.
Well, he should get the triple-double then tonight the way he's
got
going.
5 rebounds.
Oh, he banked that one. I wonder if he called it.
16 points for Webber. 101-97 Warriors. Still 3.5 to go in the third. Kevin Johnson, Green, Marley, Miller, and Ainge. Now
Another layup.
Phoenix, another dunk shot. This time Oliver Miller's got 4. 101-99 Golden State. Billy Owens, AC Green on him. The double team. Inside Greer, tipped away by Green. And Phoenix with a chance to tie it up or take the lead with a 3 here.
See, KJ wants to isolate on Greer. There's no way he can contain him.
And he turned the ball over. Phoenix calling a timeout. 2:47 to go in the third.
Well, the Warriors lead by 2, and we got our telestrator working again here, so we'll run this forward and we'll show you what's happening. We stop it right here. They're trying to force KJ baseline, and this is where Owens and they've got to be able to trap it, but you're going to see what's going to happen here. Billy Owens backs off, and now KJ, we stop it right there. Here comes Webber. Mullen moves out. You've got AC Green screening off Greer, so they're just stepping right in, getting the bounce pass, and you're getting the layup. They've had 3 of these this period for easy scores. Warriors are going to have to make an adjustment on that.
.43 points tonight for Charles Barkley, 17 for Kevin Johnson.
And they've got, 13 rebounds and 9 assists.
They're right where they were the first 2 games. They were averaging 59 points a game between them. They've got 60 combined already. We're only in the third quarter with 2:47 to go. Who can outlast who in game 3? Suns trying to sweep, Warriors trying to stay alive.
We'll see if Barkley rests the last 4 minutes of this quarter. He's going to be fresh enough to come back in and have a big, big fourth quarter. That would worry me if I'm Nelson. And if Sprewell's sitting there with 5 fouls, how cool is he going to be when he comes back into the game?
Down to Oliver Miller, and Miller is going to have another chance for another stuff. He's got 6 points.
Oliver Miller.
And it's 101-101.
A little slow on the scoreboard here. They still got 99 up there. So
They changed it. I can't blame them for not being able to keep up on this one.
guy's a little slow changing the score here, Pete. He can't blink.
Tied at 101, 2:08 to go.
See, they're going to isolate Greer now against Ainge, trying to get his 5th foul if possible.
Greer nails another J.
And he says, my goodness, they're going to get a foul on the guy who's in the shot. He said, everything working against me tonight.
103, 101, Golden State. Kevin Johnson losing the ball, but he'll go to the free throw line.
See, Kevin Johnson's just breaking their defense down. They're trying to trap him. They're coming at him at the middle of the floor. The problem is the guard is letting him get to the outside, and he gets the trap beat in 2 dribbles. See this right here? He's already passed the trap, Billy Owens. Now someone's got to step up, and you're playing 4-on-2 basically. So because KJ has brought 3 players to him.
Another player in foul trouble now for Golden State. Billy Owens just picked up his 4th. And they say it was not in the act of shooting. It's the first in the last 2 minutes, so the ball inbounded from the sideline by the Suns. Danny Ainge tries a 3. Too strong with it. Offensive board, Oliver Miller. Ainge tries a 2. And Danny Ainge has taken until this long in the third quarter to get on the scoreboard. Tied at 103 with 1:25 to go in the third.
Going to go to Greer again against Ainge. See if they double team. Here comes Miller to give him some help.
They get it back to Greer. Baseline jumper no. Rebound AC Green.
Marley for 3.
Marley's going to fire it from 3-point territory. Rebound off in the corner. Finally pulled away by Oliver Miller.
Long
Off the glass. Nope. Another rebound by Miller. Nope. Rebound Billy Owens. Owens trying to give Golden State the lead this trip down. Working one-on-one. The shot over Ainge. Around it out. Rebound KJ. Now Phoenix on the run. To Marley. Off the glass. Count the basket. He'll go to the free throw line.
Is this a simulcast you're doing here tonight?
Number 44.
I'll tell you what.
Wins his 4th personal. Warriors 15 foul
KJ just blowing the ball up the floor.
And another player in foul trouble now for Golden State. That was Grayer's fourth foul.
Frank Johnson returns.
Frank Johnson in, replacing Kevin Johnson. Charles Barkley. What will he have left in the fourth quarter? 43 points tonight.
He rested at 4:07. They took him out at 4:07, so he should be fresh. So if you're Don Nelson, you're going to say, wait a second here. I'm now down 105, 103. The scoreboard says 101.99, so this scoreboard's having problems.
One scoreboard burned out, and I can't blame it.
Must have short-circuited with all the scoring tonight.
106, 103, Phoenix. Avery Johnson nails the jumper. He's got 8.
See, Avery Johnson had a little article in the paper. They said, I don't want to complain or anything. He said, but this team was, I think, what, 40 and 30 with me as a starter, so I know that I can help this team play, and I can play against KJ. So give him a nice lift off the bench tonight offensively.
106, 105, Phoenix. Now Frank Johnson comes up empty. Gatling had a rebound and had Chris Mullin wide open on the other end of the court, but lost the ball briefly. Billy Owens around Miller off the glass. No, tipped by Gatling. Good. Chris Gatling 4. Left to the court. Oh, that almost went in the basket. Comes out to Billy Owens. 1 second left. The three-point effort at the buzzer wouldn't go. And a wild and woolly game 3 continues from the Oakland Coliseum Arena. Warriors leading at 107-106. Pete Van Weeren, Doug Collins back with you for quarter number 4 in game 3 of this best-of-5 series between Phoenix and Golden State. Golden State needs to win to stay alive. They got all kinds of people in foul trouble. And as you predicted, Doug, Charles Barkley back in to begin the fourth quarter. KJ gets a breather. Everybody looks exhausted.
I don't know the amount of miles that's been run tonight. KJ going to come right back into the game here real quickly, but they've gone to a small lineup. I think they're worried about possibly seeing some trapping defense, but I think you're going to see Barkley really try to have a monster fourth quarter. Let's see if they go to him.
Page kicks it outside. A three-point effort by Dan Marley. He's got 16. And Phoenix has the lead back by 2. Chris Mullin from outside. This is just incredible.
You got to get a hand up. I mean, AC Green's a good defender. He tried to stare him off of him with his face that time. Mullin's shooting it so well, you got to force him to put it on the floor.
25 for Chris Mullin.
9 for 12 from the floor and 4 for 4, I think, from the three-point line.
Another 3 for Marley, and here we go again, folks. 19 for Marley. 112, 109.
Mike Mathis walked by and he said, I just refereed the New York, New Jersey game. It was like 80 something. So this is unbelievable.
Owens gives it off to Sprewell. Remember, Sprewell with 5 personal fouls. Inside, Avery Johnson.
Now, it's something when you're 5'10" point guards posting up now.
He's got 10. 112, 111, Phoenix.
We got to get this in. The Warriors are league leading 35-1 when ahead after the third quarter. Let's see if they can get another save once again tonight.
Barkley with Gatling on it. Charles Barkley, 43 points tonight, 27 of them coming in the first quarter. This will be a career playoff high for Charles Barkley.
That was
45 points. He had 44 in Game 7 against the Sonics in the Western Conference Finals last year.
That was just a muscle shot.
114, 111. Billy Owens. Marley guarding him. Here comes Ainge with the help. Underneath, Chris Gatling. Timed it well. Drew the foul from Barkley. Another look at Charles Barkley scoring a career playoff high 45th point.
Well, he pump fakes and gets Gatling into the air and then gets a little bit of a bump, and then he's going to be able to just muscle. Look at that. He just bumps into his shoulder and kisses it off the glass nicely, and then Charles shaking his head like, you can't guard me.
Chris Gatling at the line. Had a lot of success as a starter for Golden State this year.
See, with a name like Gatling, he has to shoot more. He'd be the Gatling gun. See, he passes way too much.
See, the Warriors were 15-8 once they had Gatling in the starting lineup. Wound up the season averaging a little over 8 points a game, averaging 9 points a game in this playoff series with Phoenix. 114-112. Phoenix up by 2. Gatling 5 points tonight. Missed that one. AC Green the rebound.
Pete, I'm just sort of sitting there smiling thinking my son Chris is home from college laying on the couch. I bet he's loving this game. About 300 points scored tonight.
Dan Marley working on 400. 8 points in the quarter, 21 in the night for Marley. I'm looking at that wrong board again. 116-112. They got one board that's out of commission here. Sprewell from outside. Too strong. Rebound pulled away by AC Green. Off to Marley.
You got to go back to Barkley. Barkley's feeling it, and he might spot up Marley for a 3 here.
Barkley wants it. Marley's going to keep it. Why not? He's had the hot hand in this quarter. 10 points in this quarter for Marley. 23 on the night. 118-112 Phoenix.
See, Latrell Sprewell got off to such a great start. He had 21 points at half, but picked up his 4th foul, I think, about the 4-minute mark of the second quarter, and has not got back into the game since. He picked up his 5th to start the 3rd period, still sitting on 21 points. They need him to get hot here in the last 9:26.
Barkley on Mullen. Marley got a hand on that ball. Danny Ainge comes away with it.
They got to be careful here. Phoenix is looking to make a little surge.
118-112, 6-point lead for the Suns. Their biggest lead in this game. Barkley over Gatling. He has not cooled off. He has 47 points. That ties his career high in the NBA, which he had in a regular season game against Atlanta back in 1988. Mullen to Gatling. Basket good. Foul by Ainge. Danny Ainge with 5 fouls now.
Danny's upset at himself because if you're going to foul, you don't want to give up the 3-point play opportunity. Danny said, I tried to foul him as hard as I could. He rotates over, gets there a little bit too late. And there's the foul. You see Danny tried to take the hard foul. He's upset right there. Gatling with a nice strong finish. But Phoenix goes with a very small lineup. Again, you see AC Green basically is their center. Charles Barkley's their power forward at 6'5". And you've got Sabalas at their small forward. So very small lineup right now for Phoenix. I think you'll probably see this finish the game.
Sabalas in there to replace Ainge. Gatling completes the 3-point play. It's 120-115.
Byron Houston now back into the ball game to guard Charles Barkley. He got an early foul trouble, which I thought really hurt them too.
And they're going to go right to Sir Charles again, who is putting on the offensive display of his career tonight. Fadeaway jumper. This one wouldn't go. Gatling the rebound. Golden State down by 5 with the ball. 8:20 to go. Mullen. All the way across to Sprewell. Barkley comes out, as does KJ. Tipped by AC Green. Barkley, Sprewell, the only guy back, and he's got 5 fouls. He just had to stand there and watch that one.
That's a good call, Pete. Made a careless pass, and then when he got back, he couldn't defend because of the 5 fouls. That's why you have to stay out of foul trouble.
13 points for AC Green, 122-115. Mullen.
Boy, his shot has not hit the rim tonight. That has been so pretty.
27 points for Mullen.
I love to watch great shooting, and Chris Mullen, when he's on, is as pretty a shooter as there is in this game.
7:40 remaining. Barkley gets around. Houston reverse layup. Count the basket. Drew the foul. Barkley with 49 points.
Now that was quick. That was quick. He made a quick spin. You see the guys on the Suns just sort of shaking their head. Now I want to tell you it's going to be something important. Is that they don't stand around and watch Charles play, because at some point in time someone else is going to have to score some hoops here for them. But Charles with a great spin move on Houston. No help on the baseline. Charles Barkley has an opportunity now to go for number 50. I told you in the first quarter, unless he blew a tire, he's going to sit on 50 points the way he's playing tonight.
Well, there it is, 50 points for Barkley. 7:35 to go.
Is this the biggest lead for Phoenix?
Yes, it is. 125-117.
Sprewell posting against KJ.
Gets 2 points off the glass. Latrell Sprewell's first points in the second half, 23 in the game now. 125-119.
See, he can't play KJ, though. KJ is going to be able to dump the ball into Barkley, and Sprewell just got to give him room.
Barkley baseline, whistle before the shot attempt.
It's going to be a foul off the ball. I don't see who he
I think it's on Houston. It's on Byron Houston, and he's got 5 now.
So they've moved Weber over to Barkley. Now, the reason they've done that is to try to give him a bigger player to play against. If Barkley has problems, it's playing against the longer players. That's why he struggled against L.A. a little bit last year in the first series, and why Chicago could do a job with guys like Horace Grant. See, there's the penetration, and Sprewell can only watch him go by.
AC Green back outside to Marley. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Marley works himself free from Mullen and drew the foul.
Timeout, Warriors.
Warriors will take a timeout here as Byron Houston has fouled out.
The Suns lead 125-119. Dan Marley will be going to the free throw line with 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the 4th and final period. And Golden State has this one last gas to try to keep their season alive. And you look at KJ's numbers, 24, 38, and 17, but that 17 very deceptive, as Barkley has 50, and there's Timmy Hardaway. Tim Hardaway coming back off knee surgery, was selected to Dream Team 2. Then he was replaced by Isaiah Thomas, who blew out his Achilles tendon. And now KJ has been announced to the team, and I think what a great addition. He's one of the sensational point guards in this league, and a well-deserved honor for KJ.
6:41 to go. It's 125-119 Phoenix. Charles Barkley has become the 14th player in NBA playoff history to have a 50-point night. Michael Jordan, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Rick Barry, John Havlicek, Jerry West, Sam Jones, Sleepy Floyd, Bob Cousy, Bob Pettit, Billy Cunningham, Bob McAdoo, and Dominique Wilkins are the others.
Now, Pete, just to talk to you a little bit about the difference in the East and West. Already in the West, 12 times has there been a team score 105 or more points in a game. In the West, in the East, only 1 time by Chicago.
They said all along there's a difference in the style. We're certainly seeing it tonight. 126-119. 7-point lead for the Phoenix Suns as they try to win this opening round series in 3.
I'm going to go to Sprewell once again against KJ.
Mullins didn't see him.
Look at this deep
3 from Chris Mullins.
Boy, is he shooting the ball.
30 points for Mullins. 126-122. Marley
said, take that.
Rebound Houston. He didn't foul out. That last foul must have been called on somebody else. I thought they called it on Byron Houston.
When Mullen wants it again, you better get up on him. He's feeling it from 3.
5:56. Still a lot of time left here. Owens, short range jumper, too strong with it. Barkley the rebound.
Charles Barkley wants the ball in the post. He said, bring the ball to me, KJ, this time.
He's got 14 boards to go along with 50 points. Posted up on the Rookie of the Year, Chris Webber. Doesn't matter. 52 points for Barkley.
Are you kidding me? That was an unbelievable. Webber did a great job defensively. That was just a wonderful shot.
128-122. And still a lot of time left.
Look at the shot here by Barkley. Now Webber squares him up, does a great job. Look, he's going to jump and get a hand in his face. Barkley looks like he's behind the corner of the board. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
There's the all-time records for
playoff scoring. That's his buddy Michael, too. Wasn't that against the Boston Celtics?
It was against Boston. Latrell Sprewell, fall-away jumper goes. He's got 25. And Golden State has climbed back to it in 4 with just under 5 minutes to go.
Here comes the trapping defense right now by Golden State, trying to get the ball out of KJ's hands. He can go right past Chris Mullen if they'll clear the side.
Rebound Webber. Off to Keith Jennings.
Mullen wants a 3.
How about Sprewell will take the 3. Wouldn't go for him. Rebound out of bounds off the rim. Sprewell kicking himself for missing that shot. And a timeout's going to be called here by Phoenix. Which one of these teams will outlast the other tonight? And here's what you were talking about before, Doug, the difference between games in the East and the West so far in these playoffs.
This is average points a game in the Eastern Conference, 188 total by both teams. Western Conference, 206. So normally you've got an 18-point difference. Tonight, 252, and we still got 4:33 to go.
It is 128 to 124. Phoenix closing in on a playoff high as a team. They have never scored more than 135 points in a playoff game. They're only 7 away from it now. DC Green. Charles Barkley.
We'll see if Charles is in charge for the last 4 minutes.
Getting into the paint. It falls for him. 54 points for Charles Barkley. He's 9 away from the NBA playoff record with 4 minutes remaining. 130-124 Phoenix. Sprewell outside to Keith Jennings. Ball still belongs to Golden State.
Well, Charles looks quick and strong on this move. Look at the quick step and then the power. Squares his shoulders up nicely and gets the kind roll. That's just a nice power move by Charles Barkley.
It is still Golden State's ball. Look where Cedric Ceballos wound up in the 3rd row.
Only 3 seconds now remaining on the shot clock. See if Sprewell can pop out and get a quick 3 coming off the screen, maybe by Billy Owens.
They tried the alley-oop inbound to Weber. He lost it. Marley recovers for Phoenix. Now they can open up that 8-point lead again.
Got to go back to Barkley. He wants the ball in his hands. They're trapping here, trying to prevent them from running their half-court offense. See if Charles will come get it. Here comes the trap once again. When you trap, though, you leave 3-point shooters open.
Marley misses. Owens the rebound. Keith Jennings. He's got Chris Mullin wide open. Marley quickly gets to him. Mullin's going to take it over Marley, and one of the rare misses tonight by Mullin. Rebound goes out of bounds off Golden State. Chris Webber thought the call should have gone the other way. Phoenix gets it back. 3:15 remaining. Suns up by 6.
Offensive foul on KJ. A careless inbound play here by AC Green and Kevin Johnson. A lazy pass, and KJ just pushed off against Mr. Jennings. So Golden State will get it back once again. How many points do you think will be scored in this last 3 minutes and 14 seconds? They're sitting on 130 right now for Phoenix and 124. What do you think it's going to take, about 145 points to win this game?
I think so. Weber.
He hadn't had a chance to do that the whole game.
Jennings for 3. Mr. Jennings gets his first 3 of the night.
That's why it was a lazy inbound play. See, that's a 5-point swing. 2 that you give up and 3 that they get.
130-127 Phoenix. KJ trying to drive by Keith Jennings. Jennings fouled him. That's his first.
It's only the 4th team foul, so not yet in the penalty.
Talk we've had during these NBA playoffs about the trash talking and everything hasn't been time for it in this game.
No, you got to take a breath when you're running back down the floor. You've gone up down the floor so many times. But this has been a spectacular offensive display by both teams.
There's Ceballos operating along the baseline. Lost it, got it back, wouldn't go for him. Tipped it out of bounds. Ball goes back to Golden State. They're only 3 points down.
That's what I was getting ready to say. With all that's going on here with Phoenix, that Mr. Jennings started to pick the ball up and pass it, and when he did, he was going to double dribble, and he had to let it go. Forced turnover here now, and that's the 5th team foul. What an unfortunate play that time by Mr. Jennings. He was going to pass the ball and then had to foul.
That is his 2nd foul. And Cedric Ceballos will be at the free throw line. He has 14 points tonight, 2 for 2 from the line. Phoenix tonight from the free throw line.
Plus the penalty, 2 shots.
23 out of 30.
You know, when you think about Golden State's year this year, as we see Ceballos missed the first one, they win 50 games. Don Nelson has done a great job. You had Chris Webber, but you lose Sarunas Marciulionis and Hardaway for the entire year. Think what's going to happen next year. You get those guys healthy. And then maybe you sign a guy like Robert Parrish. There's a big article in the paper today about possibly Parrish coming. This team could be a championship contender real quickly.
131-127. Phoenix up by 4. Sprewell. He's been playing this entire quarter with 5 fouls.
It's a 2-point game now. What a great shot. I guess we shouldn't read the obituary too soon on Golden State. Now down by only 1 field goal.
7 points for Latrell Sprewell. 2:15 remaining. KJ penetrates. And was able to call a 20-second timeout to avoid getting tied up as he lost his footing in the paint. A wild and woolly shootout here in Oakland tonight. 131-129 Phoenix. They're trying to win it in 3, and the story tonight has been Charles Barkley. 54 points. Only 7 performances better than Charles Barkley's in NBA playoff history.
Well, when you look at the scoring, you think if Barkley had 54, normally the rest of the guys on your team would not have that many points, but all 5 starters really in double figures, so the other guys also scoring along with Charles. We see the Phoenix has 3 full timeouts remaining. Golden State has 3, and Phoenix has 2 fouls to give here as we get down to the last 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
You saw that big smile on Charles' face as he reacted to something someone said to him in the crowd. He's enjoying this.
Well, Charles only taken 8 shots in the second half. Remember, he had 22 at half.
Along the baseline, Barkley 2 more. He's got 56 points.
Charles got
he is 7 away from Michael Jordan's playoff record. Phoenix up by 4, 2 minutes to go. There have only been 2 performances better than Barkley's. Elgin Baylor, 61 points in 62, and Michael Jordan, 63 points in 86. Zabalos to Kevin Johnson, 1:44 to go. They got 33-129.
You got to be aware of Barkley. He'll shoot a 3 here, too. He'll step back where he feels so confident right now. Watch him right now. If they don't get up on him, he'll take a 3.
Instead, the pass inside to A.C. Green. Green hits. It's getting closer for Phoenix. Green with 15 points. The Suns are beginning to smell it.
Well, the Warriors trail by 6. We have 1:30 to go, and Chris Webber squared up on Barkley. I wonder if Barkley will be talking about this in the barbershop tomorrow. Nice drive on the baseline. He has now 56 points.
And in case you joined us late, it all began very early for Charles Barkley tonight. He had a 27-point quarter to start the game. He now has 56. Elgin Baylor, 61 points in 62. Michael Jordan, a 63-point game in 86. That game was in double overtime. And we still have 1.5 minutes to go here. Phoenix up by 6. If they win this one, they advance to the Western Conference semifinals. And there's another Golden State turnover. And Phoenix closer and closer now to a 3-game sweep of the Warriors.
I know I'm going to say this, but you want to use some clock right now if you can. You've got a 6-point lead. Milk it and then let KJ penetrate. Maybe find Marley for a 3.
No, Sabalos recovers, puts it back in. He's got 17, and it's almost impossible now for Golden State to come back. 137 to 129. An 8-point lead for Phoenix. It's the most points the Phoenix Suns have ever scored in regulation in a playoff game. Kelly Owens. 18 points for Owens. 137-131. You see the time left in quarter number 4. Pete Van Weeren, Doug Collins with you from the Oakland Coliseum Arena, where Paul Westphal's Phoenix Suns, who took 5 games a year ago to eliminate the Lakers in round 1, are just 41 seconds away from perhaps sweeping this 3 out of 5 series from the Golden State Warriors on a record-breaking night for Charles Barkley.
Well, just to reiterate what we talked about earlier, too, this is important for Charles Barkley to end this series tonight and get some rest. They had to go 4 or 5 in this kind of pace. Now you go into possibly either Houston or Portland, and you're going to face a team, if you play Houston, where it's not going to be this kind of game. It's going to be a grinding, bumping game. He's going to see an Elijah Wan and an Otis Thorpe. If that team advances, if not, you're going to see a Cliff Robinson, a Buck Williams, some more power players. So important right now for Phoenix to finish this off and get some rest.
Phoenix leads the Golden State Warriors 138 to 131. We keep looking at these record books to see what other records Charles Barkley may be closing in. And he has 23 field goals tonight. Most field goals made in a playoff game. Wilt Chamberlain, John Havlicek, and Michael Jordan, 24. So he needs one more basket to tie that mark.
I tell you, we got to give a little credit here to Bruce Wolf, our stat guy. He's been working his tail off tonight, keeping up with this game. Every time he turns a new page, it's a new record and a new score. So Bruce, great job tonight.
Well, the fans here in Golden State giving their Warriors a standing ovation, and part of this may be for Charles Barkley as well. They'd love to see the Warriors give Phoenix some kind of finish here, but they may not have enough time left. And they have to get off a quick shot here. Owens lost it on the way up. AC Green. Now let's see if they'll give it back to Charles. A foul in the backcourt. Owens gets AC Green. You know, overlooked tonight with the night that Charles Barkley is having, Doug. There are so many other great performances tonight on both ends of the court from both teams.
I mean, Chris Mullins had a sensational night shooting the basketball. He has.
How about the quarter Marley has put in this fourth quarter?
Marley with the big fourth quarter. What's he had in this quarter? I mean, he has 10.
He has 11 in the quarter, 24 in the night.
And he got 10 real quickly, right about 3-minute period of time. We had 2 threes and 2 driving field goals. So Charles got a little bit of a rest. I mean, and KJ, I mean, you talk about his numbers, only 18 points, but 12 assists.
Chris Mullin, as you mentioned, with 30 points tonight. Latrell Sprewell, 27, and he's been playing all of his minutes in the second half with 5 fouls.
That fourth foul in the first half really took him out of the game, because then he picks up number 5 and never really got back in the sync after that. Charles Barkley leaving, and the fans should really give him a big hand. What a sensational effort.
56 points for Charles Barkley.
You think Charles will really retire at the end of this year? You think he's going to hang it up?
I don't believe he will. Do you think he will?
I don't know. It's hard to. I think it would be easier if they won a championship. But it'd be interesting to see if he can walk away from. We'll find out here.
We're going to have him live at our table here at the end of the game, so we'll let you ask him that question.
I'm going to ask him, too, if he's going to go to the barber shop and talk about getting 56 on Webber and the guys tonight, like they were having that little commercial and talking about how they had the one dunk on him.
Number 3, Frank Johnson, replacing number 7, Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson comes out, and he's a happy guy.
Now, this team, remember last year in the mini-series, or the 5-game series against Los Angeles at the end of 2, had lost both of their home games and had to go fight for their lives on the road. This is a much different series this year.
Well, remember what Charles told us before the game. They learned something from that series. They learned. And if you get 2 games up in the team, you better take them out quick because you might lose. Phoenix is not about to do that this year. Just 17.5 seconds to go. The Phoenix Suns will eliminate the Golden State Warriors, barring a miracle here by Golden State in a 3-game sweep. And that's something that the Suns were talking about before the game tonight after having to go 5 games in the first round last year.
We see Chris Webber then again. Congratulations to him on a sensational year, Rookie of the Year, edging out Anthony Hardaway. And we'll break down Charles Barkley's field goals by quarter. Remember, we talk about dominating. Well, 11 for 11 in the first quarter, 4 for 11 in the second, 2 for 2 in the third, 6 for 7 in the fourth. So 22 shots in the first half, only 9, but 8 for 9, 23 for 31.
It has been a remarkable night for one of this game's remarkable players.
Keith Jennings commits the foul, his 4th personal foul.
Foul number 4 on Keith Jennings.
What do you think about these other 2 series out west? You've got Portland, Houston. Can Portland push it to 5?
I don't know. I like Houston very much in that series.
I think I'm heading to Portland for that game 4 on Friday night, so we'll get a chance to see those 2 teams. And then you've got Seattle, Denver. Can Denver crank up the kind of effort they had Monday night when we were in Denver and push that to 5?
If they can play another game like they played on Monday, they might be able to. But I don't know if they can put games like that back to back. We'll find that out too.
And then we got Utah got a chance to polish off San Antonio. Can Rodman come back and help give them the opportunity to maybe push that back to San Antonio? They got to find some offense though.
Firing up 3s at the end, Golden State. The time is about to expire on the Golden State Warriors, and the Phoenix Suns advance to the Western Conference semifinals, sweeping the Golden State Warriors in round 1. 3 games to none, game 3 final. You said it would take 140 to win, Doug, and it did. Phoenix 140. The Golden State Warriors 133.
For the tremendous support you have shown us in another season.